Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I realize that you're probably wondering why I look like this. A little bit different than my normal outfit, but this is very important. I've got some recent news that has been trying to be hid from a lot of you info Star Wars out there. Of course, as you know, I'm your host, Alex Holmes here, and I have details that I fear may change the face of the world as we know it. Now, I got this files right here. You can see they blocked out most of the information, but fortunately, through all these papers, I was able to figure it out, and I believe I deciphered what may be considered a conspiracy among those who are diehard fans. Now, what I'm about to tell you is going to put a lot of people in a lot of trouble. Now, mainly, this has to deal with General Organa. I fear she's become a traitor. She has for a long time despised and hated the Mon Calamari. Now, a lot of people don't want to believe this. They want to say that it's just a conspiracy, and he's over there saying all kinds of crazy things, like they planned the Death Star attack, and that it was an inside job. And now, thanks to Rogue One, it's been proved true. I tell you this, people. I got the information. Everything I say is true, and you know that. Those of you that have been following me for a long time know that everything I've said has come to be true. So I hope you listen to this. This is going to hurt for all of you, but the truth matters. It matters to me, and it should matter to you. Now let's get into it. Now we need to go back some to understand and kind of open up this onion and figure out what it is and why this happened. Now, a lot of people wondered about Admiral Ackbar's death in The Last Jedi. It seemed almost unsanctimonious. How could this happen? No one even cared. There was no funeral, just a slight mention. And Princess Leia cast out into space and then survived somehow, and I'm not supposed to think that this is some kind of conspiracy? Now, Leia, you can clearly see when it was going on, she has a connection with her son. Now, her son did it. If that's not a hint, I don't know what is. I mean, they're trying to pretend like, oh, he didn't actually shoot the weapon, but let's see who really gave the orders. You got to dig deeper here. You got to look deeper, people. Now, her son fired the weapon, or didn't fire the weapon. We don't really know. Did we see? Did we truly see? I've heard rumors there's multiple shooters. That's all I'm saying. I can't give names because the people that already gave me this information are already in enough trouble as it is. I've got to protect my informants so I can keep giving you the information that you need so that you can be enlightened and can know the truth about what they're trying to force feed you. Kathleen Kennedy and Ryan Johnson are out there trying to destroy our children. Now, as I was saying, this goes all the way back to Rogue One. Now, this is 35 years ago, but this you need to understand why Princess Leia would do this. Now, if you go back, a lot of people in the rebellion did not think Leia was the hero that a lot of us thought. After seeing Rogue One, we finally see that actually she did not steal the plans herself. That it was Raddus, a Mon Calamari, much like Admiral Ackbar. He is the one that led it. He gave his life for this information. But we were all led to believe that it was Leia, that she was the hero. And a lot of people started to talk about that it was Raddus. And she heard this her whole life, that Raddus was the hero. And then up comes, in Return of the Jedi, Admiral Ackbar, another Mon Calamari. This is clearly anti-Mon Calamari here. It's so obvious, people. Open your eyes. Now, doesn't she always stay with the leaders when there's an attack? Think back to the first Death Star attack. Did she go out with everyone else? No, she stayed in. Now what happens in Return of the Jedi? She goes down on Endor all of a sudden to do her hair with the Ewoks. Why do you think that was the case? She knew it was a trap. She was a part of the plan. She was a part of it. She went down there knowing it would be a trap, thinking the Mon Calamari and Admiral Ackbar would be killed. That's what she wanted. But she could never suspect that the Ewoks would be able to help destroy the Empire. And when they did, Admiral Ackbar survived, and now she has another hero. That brings us to The Last Jedi. Now, what is the name of her ship? If you're wondering, it is the Raddus. It is named after the hero of Rogue One, the Battle of Scarif. Now, this is something she's tried to run from her entire life. The truth. Everyone's trying to hide from the truth. What happens here? She goes, and she has to live with this. Who do you think's idea it was to name it after the Raddus? She had to deal with it with the rebellion, and now she's here with the resistance, and she's got the same thing. So what does she decide to do? She sets up Admiral Ackbar. This is JFK stuff here. This is JFK stuff. It's so clear. It's so obvious to me. I just don't see how everyone doesn't understand it and see it themselves. So Admiral Ackbar, they're all on the bridge. They're sitting there. She's sitting on the Raddus, thinking about how the Raddus is still getting all the credit that she wants herself, that she feels she deserves. So when she senses that someone's coming, instead of warning everybody on the bridge, which would be so obvious, any great commander would say, someone is coming, flee the bridge. We're under attack. As Ackbar yelled, it's a trap. But she didn't do that, did she? No, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite clear. She decided to let not only Ackbar, who she hated, but many other people. She's willing to kill many. This is how vindictive she gets. It doesn't matter to her. She needs the glory. She needs the praise. So that's why she said nothing. She knew she had Mary Poppins inside of her. And now that she has Mary Poppins, she can float back. She didn't try to rescue anybody else. Why didn't she try to rescue anybody else? They're at war. They need generals. They need admirals. And you just think it's ironic that Vice Admiral Holdo wasn't on the ship? Wasn't on the bridge at the time? She just appeared? It's a conspiracy, people. She worked with Holdo. How do you think Holdo knew all her plans? How do you think Leia immediately knew the plans? She sent her off. Told her what was going to happen. The bridge blows out. Ackbar is gone. Why do you think she stopped instead of going all the way to the rebel base? She wanted the fuel to run down. She knew the base was there. It was where she met her daddy. She knew. But instead, she stopped short. She slowly moved along. Let the fuel run out. Why? Because then the ship would be destroyed. Now Raddus, the name that everyone knows. Instead of thinking about the Raddus, they're thinking about Admiral Holdo, the hero that flew the Raddus and saved everybody. Her friend, her ally. They're trying to destroy the name of Mon Calamari. And they're trying to replace it with this Admiral Holdo. It is all a plan of Leia. She clearly planned it. It's obvious. I don't know what else to tell you. Stay out there. Keep fighting. Be the resistance. Tell a friend the way we can fight the resistance is to buy my merchandise. Please buy it. I do this so that I can keep the lights on in here. If you don't help me out, then the dark side can win. We can't let them win, people. They're going after our children. So please buy the merchandise. Thank you.